All right, it's time to do some breathing exercises. Ah. Breathe in the horses behind me. Breathe them in. Yes. Ah. 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 It's time to talk about more frauds on the internet. I feel so much better after those breathing exercises. Skip it up and that up.
Today's video is brought to you by Shaker and Spoon, baby.
You like making your own cocktails at home and don't want to go to a bar? Well, Shaker and Spoon is a monthly cocktail subscription that delivers the craft cocktail experience right to your front doorstep. Each monthly box arrives with 3 original recipes that are crafted by incredible bartenders, as well as enough ingredients, the syrups, the bitters, the aromatics, the garnishes, and more for 12 cocktails, 4 from each recipe. Each box has a theme around one type of liquor that will fit all 3 recipes for that month, so you don't have to worry about having multiple liquors at home. And what's even better, in order to make all 12 cocktails, you need exactly 1 bottle of liquor, so there's not a drop of waste. With Shaker and Spoon, you no longer need to search all over for those incredibly hard to find cocktail ingredients and buy full-size bottle of things you'll end up using once and throw out. This is super convenient and it's an awesome alternative. And with Shaker and Spoon, you're going to end up trying different kinds of spirits and flavor combinations you would have never tried otherwise. And what's great is these complex drinks are made super simple by Shaker and Spoon with easy to follow instructions, and you can learn new techniques while you're creating these cocktails. So if you want to start creating your own incredible cocktails right in the comfort of your own home, make sure to check out Shaker and Spoon and go to shakerandspoon.com/RTU, or just click the link below and use code RTU for $20 off your first box. That's code RTU for $20 off your first box.
So whenever there's a gaming insider, I always raise an eyebrow and take it with a teeny tiny grain of salt, what I'm being told, because there's a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but it happens enough that these people are exposed for being frauds, or they were just throwing crap against the wall to see what sticks, and they were just making a bunch of guesses, and see, I was right about this, this, and this. They're like the, I'm going to say it, like the Alex Jones of gaming industry news. They just put a whole bunch of stuff out there, and they could be right about 2 things, and they're like, oh, I was right about this and this. And so everyone believes everything that they say. Well, a perfect example of someone who wanted to prove how rampant of a problem this is, and they weren't doing it maliciously, was John Cartwright over at Good Vibes Gaming. He actually made a video a while back. I made a video on this where I became a Nintendo insider in 7 hours. And he had up some Twitter account called Waddle Dee Knows. And what he did was he would just make a bunch of guesses about Nintendo predictions, and the ones that didn't become true, he would private those tweets, and the ones that did become true, he kept those tweets public. So when you looked at this Nintendo insider, who was just John Cartwright from Good Vibes Gaming, you were like, damn, this guy has a track record. He's batting 1,000, man. Jesus, he hasn't missed a single insider tip. And then it was just that he was just throwing a whole bunch of crap out there, and he wanted to prove to you that it's very easy for someone to say they're an insider and then they're full of crap and really not. So I thought that experiment by John was very interesting. Well, back to shady gaming insiders. There's a YouTuber named Dan Allen Gaming who pretended to be an industry insider with another account, but he was just releasing NDAs that he was receiving from the gaming industry because he has a gaming YouTube channel. And he was pretending he was a gaming insider on another account, and he got caught for being shady. This comes from Kotaku.com. I'll read it to you, then we'll discuss. It turns out a Twitter account called The Real Insider, the latest in a crop of leakers posing as gaming industry insiders, was actually run by YouTuber Dan Allen Gaming. The account had convinced many in the scene that it was a real deal after accurately teasing which new Assassin's Creed games would be revealed at Ubisoft's 2022 gaming showcase. But it now appears Allen was simply leaking embargoed privilege information he received as an influencer. "I'm sorry for my actions," he wrote on Twitter before deleting both accounts. Now on Twitter, there was Dan Allen Gaming, and then it was his other account, The Real Insider. And what Dan didn't realize was he was on his main Twitter account and he was answering a question as The Real Insider. And then Bloomberg's Jason Schreier raised an eyebrow, was like, that's sketchy. And he started to dig through his tweets and put two and two together. This is what Schreier had to say about it after doing some research. This is why I love Jason Schreier. You could disagree with some of his takes, but he's one of the best gaming journalists in the industry, bar none. Even Ricardo agrees. Let's continue. If this is legit, and looking through both accounts, they sure seem to tweet about the same games around the same time, it would explain how this Real Insider knew the AC code names, Schreier wrote in a Discord comment. He broke the embargo himself. But Schreier didn't have to do any more digging because Dan Allen Gaming came out and said, yeah, I'm being a douche and that was me and I'm being shady and I'm sorry. And he even made a YouTube video finally apologizing before he deleted his Twitter accounts. This is what the apology video had to say, or at least here's the super cut of it. Take a look.
Hey everyone, Dan here. I'm just coming on here to apologize. If you're not familiar, what's happened is I created a alternate Twitter account called The Real Insider, and started leaking things. And I'm not making any excuses because it is my fault and no one else's but mine.
Well, first off, as a gaming industry YouTuber, his career is done. That's like, you break NDAs. You could even accidentally put something up a couple hours earlier than a gaming publisher or developer wanted you to, and they will blacklist you. They don't care. If you do not follow their NDAs to a T, not only will you be blacklisted by that publisher and developer, they will let the rest of the industry know that you broke NDA, and you are, at least from a perspective of getting any kind of insider information or getting review copies or anything like that, he's done. Don't ever do that again. But it's over on that end. But the second thing, he was sitting there you were addicted to the attention? That is so pathetic. That is so, you are a grown-ass man, and it's like, wow, people are really liking my tweets, talking about video games. Of course they're liking your tweets. They think that you know something about their favorite upcoming franchise. And you're sitting here, you can't be that much younger than me. I'm 41. And you're sitting here, even if you're in your late 20s, addicted to the attention. This is why, and this is why I always do the disclaimers in my videos where it's grain of salt alert, because there's so many of these idiots out there. And this is why, even from credible sources, look, it's interesting talking about gaming news. It's interesting talking about rumors, especially if they come true, especially for new hardware and things like that. I get really excited. But you always have to raise an eyebrow and realize there are guys out there like this dude. I've exposed them before in the past too, that want to do it just for the attention. And man, if you need attention that bad, I'm not even saying this to be facetious or be cruel, seek help. If you need this to fill a void in your life by putting lies out on the internet about video games to get people to like your tweets, you got some other problems, Chief. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.